Malam. Pukul 10. Ada program poem dulu kejap. Alright, welcome and good morning. This is today's first day that we're going to start with the our forex trading sessions, and hopefully you can spend a little bit like half an hour, so we can work with the whatever we can work. Okay, he said that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, we will experience buffering. Hopefully, you're okay. If you have problem with your, I don't know, maybe you have problem with your something happened with you, I mean like you have buffered or you wait long enough, please tell me whatever quality content that you are having or facing now. All right, good morning. And wait, I'm going to open my link so I can see your chat if you are here. All right, anybody there? So I can see if we have a 5 concurrent view, so hopefully you can just say hi and tell me everything is okay. So is it my video okay, or is a little bit of buffer, or is it my voice is okay, or maybe you need a little bit higher volume? All right, we are here now. Okay, good. Sharif, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All right, good morning. And this morning I'm going to handle sessions in say English, right? If you see my I quite a messy hair because I didn't put any pomade or any you know not a proper groom this morning, right? So Fevin, good morning. Sharif, good morning. All right, good morning, guys. I can see this video is quite okay. Should be no problem, right? So because they said I have an error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, video will experience buffering. I think everything okay, right? All right, I don't know, maybe something wrong with the machine. So Jebat, good morning. Shah Alam. Oh, you are in Shah Alam, Jebat, right now? Ah, that's beautiful. All right, good morning. So I need to start here a bit. All right. Okay. So what shall we start this morning? You have any questions, or we need to start as what I want to share with you? Because I don't have any specific syllabus or any specific content, but we can, you know, do some analysis based on market, and can also we might share a bit what you are. I don't know, what were you thinking before that? Maybe you might ask me earlier, but you didn't have much time, and then we didn't have much time, so maybe you can just share me in this session. All right. So I'm gonna start also with my blank presentation. I think it's a good way that we start with the PowerPoint instead of a notepad, because what I did before, I did type in the notepad, but somehow the notepad is like elsewhere. It's not very in structural format, right? So hopefully we can go for it. All right. Use for it. All right. So goal, right? All right, no problem. Goal, I just closed one of my account for the goal. I think goal we are going to focus on the still on buying mode, right? Because in this case we need to understand that we still in the bad economy, right? So what I'm saying that we're bad economy, so we can see because of the uncertainty on the economy in United States and uncertainty economy in Europe as well. So this will make gold will be the perfect option for the big investor, right, to put their money in. Remember my last question about the fourth entry zone. Okay, Fabian. All right, no problem. So we're gonna do share and this today, and we're gonna focus on the goal as the example, right? I need to tune thing a little bit here. All right. So I give you like all right, I'm going to start like this morning, right? I think I want to be a few things I want to adjust here. Right, so I'm gonna do what is your question. I'm gonna to put the what is your question first. Right, so it's to make it fair and to make it clear because we like 20 people watching this morning. So Sharif, okay, so I'm gonna to write down, jot down. I'm gonna to give you a time that I'm gonna give you like maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes that you might be want to share with me. What are your questions? So I'm going to write it down after this. So so please just write it down on the chat, so I can mark on it, and then we going to focus on the answering your question this morning. Right? Is it okay for you? Is it fair? So I'm going to wait for you. So I will give you 2 or 3 minutes. All right, 2 or 3 minutes for you to ask any questions related to forex trading. Okay, so I'm going to give you like 2 or 3 minutes. All right, so go. All right, that's good. I can see you all give your uh, question. I think this is a good start. So maybe I cannot answer all in the same time, but we can answer on the few days coming or tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, right? So I'm gonna just start with the first questions. What are the best time to? Right. Remember my last question about segment and right? So what is the segments entry zones, right? And the second part is the question entry buy at TP weekly. Sheriff, you mean go? So Sheriff said TF monthly buy momentum buy weekly at sell setup. I'm going to skip your question. I'm going to put on the live chat later. So Mamat Moni says, Salam Coach, first questions. What are the best time? Where the best time to trade? You mean what the best time to trade? You mean morning, evening, or night time? That's what you mean? Okay, what the best time? Okay, to trade. All right. So another one that is it secure to trade with some of big spread? Okay, spread issue. All right. So spread issue, big spread issue. All right. And your another question that Assalamualaikum morning question from good morning Boyong. What are the best way to scalping? For example, aiming for 10 pip. What are the best zone for this? Okay, how to scalp, right? How to scalp. How to scalping. Okay, so this is your question. Right, that's a very good questions, and we can go for your questions, right? So I'm going to focus on your question, right? So I can say this is basically your question. So this is segmentary zone, life, right? Okay. This is live session English. All right. All right. I think okay. All right. So what is the segmentary zone? All right. So basically we have a answer before this, but I'm going to try to put all perspective into one perspective together. So I want to open maybe my chart as well. Oh no, I'm going to just use here, right? Use here should be okay. All right. So your questions were what is segmentary zone? All right. Okay, no worries. Okay, I'm going to start with the blanks presentation. This is a segment entry zone, right? Entry zone. So for the segment entry zone, first you need to know that entry meanings that you're going to put your positions, okay, either buy or sell, right? Either buy or sell, right? Number two is zone, meaning it has ranges, right? It has range, right? Zone meaning is range. They don't have a range, right? So this is you understand. Entry meaning that you're going to put your position in the buy or sell. Zone meaning it has range. The segment mean it has difference area. Okay, so this is you need to understand first, right? So this is the segment entry zone, right? In this particular case, we have it has 4 entry zones in single, multi, single time frame. It has 4. Okay, this one is called segment entry zone 1. So it's called, let me do it like this. First one is called, let me change here. First one we call it as a segment, call it MA opposite. So this MA opposite is the so-called segment entry zone 1, and second is you have middle band, cross segment entry zone 2, and is outer band cross segment entry zone 3, and the black line is EMA 50 segment entry zone 4, right? This is segment entry zone 4. So basically this is the idea, right? This is the idea of the entry zone concept, right? You need to get this point first before we can continue to another perspective, right? So this is the segment entry zone, right? You understand this? All right, so this is the thing that you need to put into your perspective first. All right, so now we continue with the, let's say, the goal, right? The goal, right? So gold, if you see from the analysis, let's say what time frame we're going to use. Right, let's see, we're going to use it on the, I don't know what time frame you want to refer. So tell me what time frame you want to refer. All right, any time frame you want to refer, Indigo? I'm gonna to basically we need to do both engagement between you and me, so that's really important. This is why we do the live trading and the live streaming as well. The weekly, right? For the weekly. All right, for the weekly, let's say this is weekly. So now we can see this is the first thing you need to look on in this specific analysis. So we have the candlestick continuations. Yes, really big continuations. So that's mean it shows that the first one entry zone is called the MA opposite. So this is the MA opposite, the first one. The second one that is here, this is your entry zone. And the third one is the outer band, and the fourth one is the black line. All right. So basically, what you need to understand that you need to put the first positions here. So this is segment entry zone 1, right? So we go for the segment entry zone 2, right? And then we go for the segment entry zone 3, and then segment entry zone 4, right? I'm going to change this to the very specific related numbering, right? This is segment entry zone 3, and this is segment zone 4, right? So Fabian, if you have any questions, you just raise your questions now. All right, so basically we are focusing on the entry zone for buy position. So why buy position? Because we have this one. All right, IDR USD, maybe I don't go for the IDR USD, I'm sorry. I just use mainly for the major pair because I don't want to make some people confused. Last time I did for Mexican USD, but somehow my broker freezing that very specific pair, so I don't want to make any out of the zone move, right? So in this case we have 4 entry zones. So what you need to understand that we have 4 different entry position. This is the first one, okay, another one, this is the second one, and the third one is this one, right? And the fourth one is this one, right? This is for the entry zone. All right, so you understand this? So what were your question again? So if you have any specific questions, so please ask me, or you have any thing you need to make it clear, so we can make it clear. Should be okay, right? Okay, got it. So this is a segment entry zone. Oh, that's not the last question. That's not the last entry. Okay, I think you need to understand that the black line might be here or here or here. This is not meaning that you do the entry zone like 1, 2, and you don't do the entry. You entry first. This is based on the zoning itself. So what I mean that you need to put, if you are, let's say the price is coming down here, I think you really have a different perspective there, but should be okay. That's why the purpose of the learning, right? So what you need to understand that if the price, any price that going down, they're gonna, let's say it touch the black line, we still do the buy position. We don't wait for the exit 3 trigger, then we can do the the position for the SZX 4. What I'm meaning, having said that, you need to understand this is the labeling part, but for the entry, for the real application, any support resistance that's shown on the chart, such this black line, so that's where you put your entry. No. You got it wrong, Fabim. You got it wrong. This is just leveling. Segment entry zone 3, 4. We are referring for the specific moving average or specific Bollinger Band line. We still do the positions here. I think you got it wrong. Any support resistance, in this case we are focusing on the Bollinger Band and the moving average. So any price that hit the support resistance will trigger the entry zones. All right. Yes, buy entry at any support resistance that you understand. It doesn't mean that you need to wait. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, it doesn't mean that. It's just like a labeling. It's labeling purpose. All right, it's labeling purpose. You got this? Understand? So in this real case that I'm simply can put this is a real case, right? So we can just simply put our positions here, right? We can just put our positions here. So we can say like this: buy limit. See, another one buy limit. This is buy limit, and this is the buy limit. It'll be okay. All right. So this is the positions. All right. Understand? All right. So let's get back to the question: what the best time to trade? All right. So the second question: the best time to trade, right? Okay, best time to trade. So the first one, you need to understand that I don't think we have a very specific best time to trade, right? The best time for me, the best time to trade is your best time itself. Meaning that they only get stronger when are together. Yes, you got the point. They're a little bit stronger when they got together. Yes, true. All right. So yes, agree, Fabian. So basically, you say they only get stronger than when they are strong enough if they're independently in a single unit. But if they are get together, this is more stronger. Okay, that's meaning it's more stronger. All right, welcome everyone. First time join, perfect. All right, good job. Welcome. So best time, I think you got the idea, right? So this is segment entry zone. And then they got stronger. Yes, yeah. That's how the thing works, right? It gets stronger, and so you have a different signal if they're crossing each other. So it gives a different interpretations based on signal and setup. All right. So we go for the best time to trade. The best time to trade is your best time itself. So meaning that if you have very ample time on the evening, so you trade on the evening. If you have very ample time on the morning, then you trade on the morning. So I don't think we need to have a very specific time to trade, but I'm going to try to answer your question based on the so-called academic perspective view, right? To trade. All right. So what you need to understand that in forex markets, we have 3 main sessions, right? Three main sessions, right? Sessions. The first one would be Asian sessions, okay. The second part is Europe sessions, and the third part we have US sessions, right? At this, you have different sessions, right? You will have different. So the best letter is the best for market factorizations. So Asian, Europe sessions. So go for use for instance, use www.forexmarkethours.com to understand visually, right? To understand visually. So let try to click this one. All right, we're gonna see. All right, so basically we have this forex market hours, right? So I'm going to zoom a little bit here so you can see. Oops, what happened? All right. All right. Oh, okay. So basically, you can go there. So this is a live forex market hours monitor reviewed, improved and updated on August 2012. Oh, it's a very long time ago. All right, so we go for the GMT 8. If you're in case you're in Kuala Lumpur or in the same locations, maybe like Singapore or Hong Kong. The GMT 8. So I say go. So I click go. So this is 9:28 a.m. So we are here 9 a.m. So we are in market Sydney and Tokyo, right? We are market Sydney and Tokyo, right? So in this case, the best time to trade, maybe I can do something here, right? So I'm going to screenshot this first in order, in this case, for in the purpose of our learning. Okay. Oops, what happened? Right? All right, let's do this. Arrange. All right, so this is the area. I need to get used to this one first, right? I'm not used to PowerPoint, but I try the best I can in order to help you to understand visually, right? Do we have any setting here? Oh my god, I know how to use this field. Fine. Okay, no field. I think no fields is best. No fields. Right, this is the first one. And the second one would be here. Right. Or will be here. Right. So I'm gonna to crop this a bit. I don't know how to crop basically. Okay, but you can reform this. So in this case, you need to understand that this is the usual setup or usual breakout or breakdown will happen, right? So this is in this case on the Malaysia Kuala Lumpur time. So now is the best. Also, if you are trading in the Sydney and Tokyo, so the pair will related will be your AUD, right? AUD, Australia, New Zealand, and ZD. And related with that with the Asians and Seychelles is that also as well the Japan JPY. So this is not JPY. So if you understand this, if you go for the evening sessions, all right. So evening session is based on more on afternoon session. It's 1 to 15. I'm sorry, 1 to 2 p.m. So it's a London time. So this is where you can trade as well on 5 or 7 or 8 on the London and New York time. So this is around. This is not in particular, but in academic view. What I meaning by academic, there's an information base that you need to understand. This is the place that make you want to interest when to trade, right? So what you need to understand that this is the first one. And the second part that you need to understand that you can trade your time, because forex markets, why? Because forex markets is 24 hours from Monday to Friday, right? So just use your own time, and this is comparatively you can use as a comparison or reference or benchmarking, but on a specific manners you can just focus on your best time. So you don't have any specific time basically. All right, so some people like, okay, I want to do scalping from around this area 7 p.m. until midnight. All right, even until London close. Then it's okay as well. So it's up to you. You need to understand what are the currency related that activate during that time. So such Sydney, Tokyo, we talked about this before. It's based on maybe AUD USD. All right, and also on the NZD USD, all right, or maybe we can be Euro JPY, GBP JPY, all right, because it has JPY, it has the NZD, it has the AUD, so you can choose any you think that related to you. And the second part that you can also let me put this way. So let's say you're in 1 or 2 p.m. right? So you can focus on the Europe market. So basically you can notice that in the Europe market the GBP will be active right on the 2 p.m. until the 11 at night. So this is, you know, understand, you can choose any time frame related to you. So it should be okay. So I hope you understand. Whoever asked the question, I'm sorry, I can't recall because I didn't jot down your name. But somehow you need to understand this is how the market works. All right. So this is how the market works. So there's no specific best time to trade. You need to understand the best time to trade is your best time itself. Forex market is 24 hours from Monday to Friday. So forex market has 3 stations. You maybe can focus on the Asians, Europe, and US, and forex market to understand visually. So this is the thing you need to put things into perspective, and hopefully you can understand, all right, whatever you doing, all right. So this is the basic fundamental of the understanding what the question has raised before the live streaming was streamed, all right. Okay, let's get to our business. What the big spread, all right. Spread I already have answer based on the spread, right? I already have my answer based on spread. So I'm going to put my answer back here. Or maybe you have another opinion as well. Is are open to any opinion. All right, so we're going to throw open. This is we go for chart trading. All right, we have chart trading here. All right, for the spread, right? In case of the spread, I want you to understand that spread is not an issue at all, right? It's not an issue at all, right? It's not an issue at all. All right, if pair has wider spread, pair has wider spread, is a wider spread, all right, that means it also has high volatility, all right. So you can see that for the gold, okay, it's a wider spread, but it also has high volatility, such gold index and so on, all right, such gold index and so on. This one you need to understand, right? So I tried to copy this. Maybe it's gonna help us on the our main objective here, right? So, right, spread is not an issue if pair have a wider spread. This is a spread issue. It's a pair spread, that means high volatility, such gold index or if you're scalper, they might want to have low spread. Different broker have different spread, different account has different spread. So focus on your setup, not the spread. Alright? I hope I answer your questions. Do you understand this? Got this? This is the spread issue. Okay? So we're going to continue this on the next questions. Is that the how to scalping, all right? How to scalping, all right? How to scalp? Okay, we're going to do right here, scalping, right? So scalping meaning that you doing the profit taking such maybe 20 pips and below, right? You can focus on lower time frame slash M15 and below. In this particular reason, I want you to understand scalping also can do on the monthly basis. It should be okay, but you need to understand what is your directions, all right? What is your direction, all right? So in this very specific case, what I like you to understand that you need, the first thing you need for scalping, that you need a trend. The trend focus on at least H1 as the trend, or as the trend. So scalping can do both ways, right? Okay, scalping can do both ways, but you need to understand that it's not only can do both ways. Scalping can do both ways, buy or sell. If you beginner, focus on one direction first, especially on okay, in the right direction first, especially on the main scalping time frame. So in this case, you has a H1 as the trend, right? So let's say you want to scalp gold, right? You know the gold is going up, right? Gold is going up because of the weekly, or maybe you can say on the H1, right? H1 you said is going up. So preferably you go for the M1 and the M15. So you focus on the buy position. So M1 and 15, you can go for the buy position. You wait at least for M15, give your right direction to buy position. In this case, if you have main objective that you are right, where when you are, this is, you know, you need to understand this is for H1 is still uptrend, right? So in this case, if you want to scalp for buy position, you need to understand that you expose for the sell position on the lower time frame, right? So in this case, how you can do for the scalping itself, you can use this H1 as the main trend, right? As the main trend. So okay, let's say this is the main trend. So when it arrive in this area, so you can start your scalping for M15, all right? For M5, okay, I'm going to give a smaller, right? So you can buy your position starting here for scalping, but you need to understand we have 4 types of trend. So we have 4 types of trend. I'm going to open my another one. We have 4 types of trend. Okay, the first type is the trend reversal zone, trend start, trend confirmation. The first touch is trend reversal zone. That means if you are scalping on the first one, right? We are scalping on the first one. Let's say the price is just here, and suddenly you make a buy position. Then you are exposing yourself to the trend reversal zone, which is not the place where you're going to you know, the place that might the trend might continue further down. So you need to focus at least for the trend start, right? For the trend start. In this case, for the trend start, you need to have at least minimum that is also shown the candlestick trend first, and then you wait for the entry. Yes, you need to wait. Also for the scalping, you need to wait and the entry, and you have make your buy positions. All right, this is the basic understanding. So basically, when you, what you do on the bigger time frame, also you can do on the smaller time frame. Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. So you can use as a navigation process, and you can use a scalping process. It's a simple way, but always focus on the, like Jabat said, always entry at the retest area, so you don't suddenly retest. So goal is right now you can see is coming down, but in this case, if you have a very specific action, then you focus on the H1 as the main trend. Then you can tap on the M15 and M5 and M1 for the buy position. This is not have the buy position yet. Why? Because for the H1 is still not yet on the support resistance. But you need to understand, if you have a buy position, you might lose your positions, or the trend might continue down because of the trend has 4 types of trend. We are focusing on the first one called trend reversal zone, trend start, trend confirmation, and trend continuation. All right, you understand this? Got this? You understand in these very specific cases? I'm going to save this first. Right, I can see live sessions Q&A first. Right, got this. So this is what I mean by that. Do you have any question, or you get confused? You can just ask me. So I'm going to help you more on the trading itself, so you can get a better understanding, right? You can get better understanding. Okay. All right. So if you don't have any further questions, so I'm going to focus on the analysis based on the all right chart we have here. All right, so if you're ready, so say ready. So I'm gonna spend like 5 to 10 minutes, I guess, for our analysis today. So what our plan? So any pair that you want to you want us to discuss on this particular sessions. Any new pairs, or you want to stick on the yesterday itself? Yes, for M1 you can use Touch Gila. It's the same for Touch Gila you can use for M1, no worries. You can use it as M1. It's the same principle. Yeah, the difference that you need to understand that maybe you can have a. You need to understand that if you do for the M1, you don't wait for 30 pip, right? You maybe need to wait for just 10 pin, and you need to close manually. You don't focus on the bigger time frame. You don't focus on the bigger time frame pips, but you need to focus on your current trading time frame pips. So what's your current trading time frame pips? You need to focus on that. Okay. For gold, right, I'm prefer on the buy position because I can see for the monthly itself already break up, right, or break out on the zoning itself. So you can see this is the resistance that already break outside. So I'm focusing on the buy position. That's my strategy for the gold. All right, can we have another pairs that we're going to discuss this morning, or just start with the basic analysis and mapping? So I need a one pair that you going to propose for us to look into it deeply in this morning. You don't have any. What happened to you guys? Come on, guys. What happened? Hello, are you still there? Hello, are you still there? It will up and down in the next 4 hours. What do you mean? How long it will buy and sell based on? It depend on 4 hours. It depend on 4 hours. So what I'm saying that if you are focusing on the 4 hours, right? You're focusing on the 4 hours. You need to understand what are the current setup on the 4 hours. If you're focusing on this is need to understand that if you have a 4 hours direction, so you need to understand it's up and down, because in 4 hours itself, when you go for the entry confirmations, there is might be a sideway on the entry zone itself. In this case, you see this is a sideway, right? This is a sideway. So in in the case on a very basic particular question that and very specific particular question that you need to understand where you are in your time frame. Let's say in this case, if you have if you're in a hash 4, then you know this is a buy positions because of candlestick dominant setup on a buy position. Then you need to focus on a buy position. That's it. All right, got this? Okay. Okay, GBP, JPY, alright. I'm going to choose what whoever type first, right? We go for GBP, JPY. Alright. going to delete my cell limit. All right. For this case, JPP, JPY, what the thing you need to understand that you need to do the trend line analysis, right? I'm going to turn back to my here. So always do the basic mapping and use a trend line analysis, right? Use the basic mapping and the trend line analysis. This is really important, right? So in this case, you do the trend line, all right? When you do the trend line, you can see the trend line is around here. So careful, it might bounce a little bit or bounce hard here. So it is around here. So in this case, when you do the time frame segment entry zone time frame analysis, you understand this is a candlestick trend that dominated all the areas, right? So you need to understand that this is a still major downtrend for the GBP JPY. All right, so you mark this one as a segment entry zone 1 as the MA opposite as a for the basic mapping analysis, and second part you do for the weekly that you're focusing on the weekly. So yet this still the price is still coming down for GBP JPY, but careful on the bounce of the trend line on the monthly. All right, so monthly is already have a different I can say a different perspective, a different strongest point. So focus on that as well. So, and another part that you need to understand that go for the daily basis as well. So you look on the daily, you can see this is a daily area. All right, this is a daily area. So this daily area is consists of the sell zone. All right, sell zone. So basically this the candlestick setup is still here that dominate all the setup. So what you need to understand that you need to do the also the PO pending order. A sell limit or whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to do some sell limit. Right, I want to make a sell limit. All right, for the case of my trading. All right. So and also you go for the H4. All right, you go for the H4. This is basically the price is opened here, and you don't have any specific, particularly whatever situation that you can see. What I mean by that, you do not understand what the setup here because it's a bull. It's not candlestick trend, but this is a candlestick trend, right? So this is candlestick trend because the candlestick closed below the Bollinger Band and below of the move, both of the moving average. And this one also you can do as a sell limit. All right. So my take on this, I'm still focusing on the sell on the GBPY, but I'm really careful on this very specific particular bottom of the last previous low, right? Muhammad said still morning blues lah, coach belum semangat. So kena semangat lah. Okay, so coach, the concept for close price break. Can you sorry more about it? Coach, the concept for close price break, the close price before. I do not understand. The concept for close price break, the close price before. I do not understand. I'm sorry. Can you rephrase that on the another perspective? All right, no worries. I'm going to take your next. I'm going to take on your question on the next session, right? Because I don't have much time, and in very specific time we need on this very specific session I don't have much time. All right, so hopefully you can have benefit on whatever you need to understand. So I'm trying to focus not the whole concept itself, but I try to break it down to one concept so you can learn more about this. All right, so I'm going to give you some information here. All right, let me check first. All right, let me check first. Okay, so I want you to have understanding what we're going to do next. Oops, or maybe. Right. So this is the coming seminars, right? This is coming seminars. So this is a basics route to FTT basic shops, right? So it's held by Forum Forex Malaysia, right? Forex Malaysia. So I want to give you some oopsie, wait. Right. Okay, relatively basic workshop for Malaysia. So I'm going to hold these sessions on the all right, the route to FTT basic shops, right, on the technicals. So I'm going to focus on this. Will be held on the Everly Putrajaya, right? Everly Putrajaya on this coming Saturday, on the coming Saturday, right? On this coming Saturday, I'm going to hold this on this coming Saturday, right? So 20 July 20, right? So July, all right, 20 on the Saturday, right? Saturday 20 Saturday, and 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Coffee break and lunch included, right? Included. Okay, so this is FTT basics, and maybe you are interested to come, then it might you know, to get understand more about the systems or about the whatever you think that gonna help you. So we have a rotative workshops, so they will be held on these very specific sessions. So Everly Putrajaya, July 20, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5:30, coffee break and lunch included, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you a sessions here, right? I'm going to teach you sessions. So I'm going to teach you from the basics. So it's meant that if you have zero experience, this is the best place to start, or you are who's coming, right? I'm going to put on a who's coming, right? Who can attend. So if you are very new, okay, very know nothing about forex trading, this is a good place. I'm going to start here. So if you are newbies, all right, if you're newbies, you just started, all right, less than 1 month, right, and at 1 year, sorry, and you confused, I do not know how to confuse with the trading, so you can come, and all you experienced, but you still inconsistent, right? So this is the very particular who need to attend, not can, right? Who need to attend, right? So very new, know nothing about forex trading. You know nothing about forex trading. Newbies, you just started less than 1 year and you're confused in your trading, and experienced but you're still inconsistent. All right, so this is going to help on this Putrajaya in the Everly Putrajaya. All right, Everly Putrajaya Hotel, Everly Hotel, okay, Putrajaya. Okay, I'm going to handle this. So we need to attend. Okay, what are the syllabus? All right, what are the syllabus? If you have any question, you just ask me the questions, and I'm going to give you a very specific right, answer if you have any question. All right, so what are the syllabus? All right, this is correct. The syllabus typing or the syllabus spelling. Okay, the syllabus. The first one that we're going to focus on the morning sessions. All right, morning sessions. We're going to focus on introductions to forex trading. Right, the first one, focus on introduction to forex trading. You need to know why you forex trading, and then we're gonna go for the not only introduction, but we're gonna focus on the how to open account and get used with the MetaTrader 4. Okay, so we're going to focus on analysis. So this is 2 analysis. So basically analysis, we want to focus on basic fundamental analysis. So we're going to focus on the basics, technical analysis. Right, and then syllabus. All right, syllabus. Thank you. So basic technical analysis. So we have to open account, basic technical analysis. So we are focused on the BB mastery. BB mastery. So we focus on the candlestick chart. Okay, Bollinger Band, right? Moving average, support resistance. All right, and then we focus on the signal trend setup, signal trend and entry zone. All right, trading plan. We got this candlestick trend trading. We're going to focus on the TRZ diagram trading. So basically we covered, this is the what I can think of right now. This is all that you're gonna to learn on the very specific particular time, right? Particular time on this very specific session. So the syllabus is introduction for trading, how to open account, basic fundamental analysis, basic technical analysis, candlestick chart, Bollinger Band, moving average, support resistance, signature trend. So what I mean that when you come out from the workshop, what I need to understand after the workshops, right? So after the workshop, right? After the workshop, this is a workshop, right? This is not seminar. So after the workshop, you be able to analyze the graph by yourself, right? You can decide which trend and entry zone, exit zone you want to trade, right? So you'll be able to analyze the graph by yourself. You can decide which trend and entry zone and trade. Basically you make your own decisions, right? You can make your own decision after your class. After the class, you make your own decisions, and then you'll be able to contribute to other people as well. Okay, so this day after the workshop, you'll be able to analyze the graph by yourself. You can decide which trend and zone, exit zone you want to trade, and you can make your own decision. That means you can self-reliance, right? Not only focus on the other people's signal, but you can have a self-reliance. You make your own decisions in forex trading. We're going to create here the confidence, right? The confidence forex trading, right? So you have any question here? Any question, or you want me to help you on this if you need to understand? So basically, Road to FTT Basic Workshop by Forum for Malaysia. So Everly Hotel, Putrajaya, July 20, Saturday, 10 AM to 4:30 PM. Right? And then coffee and break lunch included. So maybe you have a coffee break and lunch in the hotel. We need to attend. If you are very new and know nothing about forex trading, this is a good start. Because newbies, you can just start in less than 1 year. You confused in trading, experience, but you're still inconsistent. So this is the place you need to come. So I'm going to focus on these all the syllabus. So basically, the outcome from the syllabus, outcome from the workshop, that you'll be able to analyze the graph by yourself. You can decide which trend and reason is that you want to trade. You make your own decision in forex trading. So confident will be your best thing. The next things you want to do. All right. So where to register, right? If you have any question, you just type a question, or if you want me to put more syllabus in this case, so please ask me to put more. You can ask me anything that you want to put in. Coach, I want to learn this or to learn this. All right, of course, this is not a cast in stone. So basically, you can give your what you want to learn as well. All right, so I'm going to put as well for the money management as well. This is a basic money management. It's really important, right? Money management to sustain, right? To sustain and growth. I'm going to put money management, right? Okay, this is a workshop. So how you want to attend is really simple. So registrations. So what is the fee, right? What is the fee? Or what's the commitment fee? What's the commitment? What is the commitment? What are the commitment? The first one, that you need to come early. Right. So the workshops worth RM 1000, but it's free, right? But it's free, right? Because free because it's sponsored by Forum Forex Malaysia, right? I only charge if you want physical workbook. You need to pay RM 50, right? RM 50. You want physical workbook? I have a physical workbook. I'm going to send to you. And then if you want physical workbook, you pay 50. So I think that's it. So the link, the registrations, just register. I'm going to give you your registration. But you need to register fast, right? Because you don't have we don't have any privilege because it's not for everybody can just come in, right? So this is the registrations. So the registration already put there. So let me change this one to our so just register here, right? This is registrations, right? So I already put the registration there. So hopefully you can use the registration. Just register Malaysia Forex Seminar Dagang Forex Percuma. So Jayat C357. The workshop is 1000, but it's free. It's sponsored by Forum Forex Malaysia. If you want physical workbook, just pay another 50 ringgit. If you don't want, then you just come for free. Just register at Hasil Malaysia Forex Seminar Forex Dagang Percuma Putrajaya, and it's limited. All right. What happened? And is limited for the first 30 packs only, right? It's limited. It's not for all. First, so you register first, then you can get the first one, right? So hopefully to see you there, and hopefully can see you on the next sessions, inshallah. So I can say question, let's say strategy, let's where the graph going down or continue up. I'm not going to answer this today. I'm going to answer tomorrow, all right? Or this evening for the next session. All right, all the best. So thank you so much. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying, and hopefully I can you can get some added value this morning in Malaysian sessions. And also hopefully you can attend the workshop, because it's really good for you, and you're going to start. Because if you have confused and you just bump into me in the YouTube channel, so this is the very best place you can start with the very proper syllabus ways in order to make you understand and start for trading as soon as possible. Right, all the best. So see you next time. All the best. So thank you so much.